Okay, anyways, now we're officially doing Red-Handed Doom prep. If you were a Red-Handed Doom player and you logged in and you got all sorts of fucking spoilers because you thought I was prepping Curse of Strahd, even though you saw Brindle and you heard me talking about Red-Handed Doom, I don't know. Go fuck yourself, I guess. Anyways, good morning. It's Saturday. I'm a little tired, but hey, let's go ahead and do this thing. So, major story beats that we don't want to miss. We want to have two Dragons Kaiju fight. We want to have Boomerang to come back and do something cool. We want to have Thanlin Golem to kick ass. We want to have the turned Regirix pay off. We want to have a satisfying battle against Karn. Alright. And we want to jerk off our Artificer player who insists on bringing real life engineering and science into my fantasy game. I have to say, I know on the server this week, my man Orpheus has had a lot of things to talk about in the DM's chat. He's had a lot of things to talk about in the DM's chat, and all of them are valid DM pet peeves. All of them are like, man, this player behavior, it's getting to me. It's getting to me. Well, let me tell you. One of the player behaviors that gets to me is the I'm really smart in real life, and so my character should also be really smart in game. I have access to the internet in real life, so my characters know how to build a hydrogen bomb. Like, stop. You know what I mean? Just fucking stop. Like, just stop. Just stop. You know? Like, what's the point of making a hydrogen bomb in D&D? You blow everything up? Like, you start a nuclear war? I don't understand. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm I'm looking forward to playing Pathfinder because Pathfinder is very much, I think, a board game first and a role-playing game second. And after 10 plus years of 5th edition D&D being very like rule of cool, GM says so, storytelling type game, I kind of like the idea that there's this neutral referee, this tremendous arbiter over every action, and it just says, yeah, that's cool, but your character can't do that. Why don't you come up with something cool that your character can do? Because, like, man, it gets real fucking tiring. Do you know what I'm saying? It gets real fucking tiring. I don't know, honestly. I don't know if all my players are going to survive a switch to Pathfinder because I think that they're so used to the player centric, like rule of cool atmosphere of 5th edition D&D that they're just not going to be able to do it. A great example is uh, Jert Bandon, right? So, like, Jert Bandon's player, I would assume, right, that he was a Pathfinder kid because he wants consistency across the rules. He wants consistency across play. He wants all the things that Pathfinder offers you, right? But he confessed to no longer being a Pathfinder kid because he got tired of how restrictive the rules were. So, like, he would very much, I think, appreciate like an A5E campaign because A5E is sort of a marriage of the two games, the two genres to a certain extent. I don't honestly think that A5E works in play. I feel like if you want it to be very rule centric and very locked down, you should just play Pathfinder 2. And if you want it to be more rule of cool storytelling, then you should just go ahead and do 5th edition D&D. And I think that each one offers a different experience and different flavor. Um, but yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves is definitely the artificer player. Not the specific one. I love Bad Lair. I think he's an awesome guy. I think that the attitude behind that, right, of like, well, now that I'm an artificer and I have the internet and I'm an engineer in real life, I can just do whatever I want, right? It's not metagaming anymore because I just have all this stuff now. And I think a lot of it is kind of wrapped up in like Marvel Cinematic Universe, right? Like plot science is what my kid and I call it, where okay, Peter Parker's a science kid and he's really good at science. So he just fixes everything cuz science. And like Tony Stark is undeniably the most brilliant mind in the whole multiverse. So whatever he wants to do, he could do. He could make a fucking nanomachine suit in one night if he needs to, because he's just so great. But it's like even a wizard, right? Barring a wizard with the wish spell, is limited in D&D by what spells they know, what formulas they've acquired, what reagents they have on hand. The artificer player wants to be a wizard with no restrictions. And that's what really fucking bothers me. That's what really fucking bothers me. Like, if you wanted to be able to just shape the fucking world, then you should have just played a wizard. Like, and just reskinned yourself as an artificer. But you want to talk about like a shortcut to power? The artificer mindset is so shortcut to power because they're like, I live in a technological world. I'm going to bring all of my knowledge of the technological world into Dungeons and Dragons, and it's not going to be metagaming because I've got an artificer. And like, fucking A, does that shit make me so upset? If you are that kind of player, don't apply for any of my games. Like, honest to fucking God, don't apply for any of my fucking games. Dom says you could do science, but make it the science of the world. Yeah, or like Pathfinder 2 does, it just says shit's complicated. You know how to make these particular things. Like Walter White, he knew how to make blue meth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that was his signature item. He had some other stuff that he would make, like he would make some plastic explosives sometimes and things like that. But like, the dude wasn't just making fucking every chemical on the fucking planet. He wasn't just like, oh, here's some chemical X, Jesse. Let's get some fucking superpowers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to rein it in. And unfortunately, 5e is not about reining it in. 5e is about like, oh, is your player interested? Is your player invested? Well, if you don't support that, then you're not being a good DM. And that just bothers me like so much. So yeah, I'm excited to see how these players survive in a much more restrictive environment. And I'm excited because I can just say no. It's no, you can't do that because it's well established that it's a strict system and we have rules for fucking everything. And like thinking about that makes my heart sore, right? Like thinking about that makes my heart sore. That like, well, sorry, can't do that. It's too strict. Oh well, you got to find a way to bloom where you're planted. I want to see how cool you could be with all these restrictions. I want you to build me a Lego masterpiece with only this starter box. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to seeing. Like, this D&D 5e has just gotten so bloated and so big. Anyways, I'm getting off track. We have a game in 35 minutes, but man, I could go on and on about that fucking pseudo metagaming fourth wall bullshit that is Artifice all day. I get so fucking worn out on that shit. Oh my god. Alright. Alright, so we're going to have the two dragons kaiju fight. We're going to have the boomerang come back and do something cool. We're going to have Thanlin Golem kick ass. We're going to turn Regirix into payoff. We're going to have a satisfying battle against Karn. We're going to jerk off the Artificer player who insists on using real-life engineering and science into my fantasy game. Alright. We're going to have Devils show up from Elser Cross. So let me make sure, like, what devils do I have on hand? Do I have any bearded devils? They're kind of a good one. Do I have any barbed devils? No, I don't have anything. Great. Let me check my compendium. Let's unlock this compendium. Yes. Alright. So let's see what we got. We got Devil. We got Devil Shot, Charm Devil. Jesus Christ. All right. Hmm. I wasn't expecting this to be such a pain in the ass. All right. Let's see. Bearded Devil. Okay. Which, by the way, the Bearded Devil is just terrible in 5th edition D&D. Let's go here. We'll go down to tokens, fiends. Don't like that. Don't like that. I don't have a Bearded Devil. Oh my fucking god. Alright. Okay, hold on. I could have sworn I had a Bearded Devil. Let's see. Fiend, Bearded Devil. There we go. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, Bearded Devil. Where are you at? Ah, okay. Get out onto the field, son. Alright. What other things would they have from hell? Spined Devil? Spiny Devil? Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Spinagon? Nope. Barbed Devil? Shit. I don't have fucking anything? Alright, hold on. It is hard to believe that none of these guys made it over, but that's fine. Let's see. I mean, I say it's fine, but I'm actually kind of pissed about it. Barb Devils. Alright, hold on. Ice Devil, Bone Devil, Chain Devil, Horned Devil. Yeah, Horned Devils are good. There you go. Okay. So, let's see. Up, up, up. Go down to tokens. Go to fiends. All right. What do you got in here? What's in my fucking folder? There we go. Okay. I'll take it. All right. Devil show up from Elster Cross. Okay. So the battles play out. We have the random event generator to help us guide the events. That's cool. And we have 3 major fights that we need to cover. So let's see. 3 major encounters. Alright, so the first one is initial assault. The second one is Abithriax. And the third one, Anthrax. Nice. I certainly didn't ask you to autocorrect that for me. Alright, and then the third one is Kjarn. Alright, so 3 encounters, assuming like 2 hours apiece, plus 2 hours of bullshitting sprinkled in. That would be 2 sessions. That would take us to 3 weeks from now, which is when they would go to uh, the blood works essentially. Okay. So let's see what we've got there. Alright, all that got taken care of. Days before the battle. Phase 2 defensive plans. All that's good. These long rest scenes. We did childhood memories. There we go. And I got 4 more weeks, and I got 4 more of these I got to work in. So let me move those up to the top of the list so I don't forget about those. Alright. And then we got Guy. So I got to work 2 in 1 week, I guess. And then, let's see. Alright. Alhoon survived the previous war, spent centuries working, excavating old mining city. Brindle Jert, that's taken care of. Sorry, Jarrett is taken care of. Fane of Blood. Okay. So, add elevation adjusters to Fane entrance. Encounter with the dragon, Amethyst Dracolich, Mind Flayer Dragon. Okay, so, let's go look at that real quick. Let's see. Fane of Blood. Entrance. Alright, so we got a curveball here, and that is Regierix. And then we also have a second curveball, and that is Raidriar. So I feel like this encounter gets modified. So Regierix, and then we got Raidriar. Alright. It says here to add elevation, which I have the elevation script there. So that's cool. It's been a hot minute since I did this. Let's see if I can remember how. Let's see. Okay. Got an invisible thing, and this is 30 feet up. So. Oh, no. I don't want to do walls. My bad. I just want to see where the walls are. Okay. So we're going to go to drawing tool. And there we go. Like so. That can work. Alright, so then we go to set elevation, and this will set it to 30 feet. And I think it just works at that point, right? So we bring this QD in here, and their elevation should change. Their elevation did not change. So, Huh. Does set elevation script still work here in the Foundry 10 world? Let's see. Elevation value 30. Apply. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. How unfortunate. I probably need to run through the other stuff on the list first before I worry about that. Alright. Plot-wise, what would Regierix do to help them with this? I think all it's going to come down to is will reveal location of the Fane and the means to enter it. Raidriar. Okay. So let me chat with Raidriar's player real quick. I don't know if he's awake yet or not. All right. Add elevation adjusters, shrug. Let's see what's going on with the stats here. I think we already did a lot of things to this guy. We gave him versatile claw. He has bleed attacks, everything else like that. I am tempted to add destroyable locations to his body as like a boss mechanic. I think that'd be pretty cool because he's made out of like crystallized bones. I feel like busting up different parts of his body could have mechanical benefits there. I also feel like he's made of crystal that like maybe like he might have vulnerability to, I don't know, thunder. That'd be kind of cool. Also, it'll make the fight go a lot faster. Um, so let's see. Where is this guy at? He should be in the bosses folder, right? Of course not. He's under hobgoblins. Well, that's fun. Alright, hold on. Let's see. Alright, move that in there. Get rid of this. Alright, so let's duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Alright, so he's going to have different parts. The parts are going to be head. The parts will be sternum, for sure. Gotta put sternum. Be cool if like words actually appeared when I wrote sternum. Still not doing anything. Interesting. Alright. Alright. Let's see. Tail. Tail sounds good. Okay, and then let's see. Wings. Wings sounds good. Alright. Okay. So, let's see. With the destruction of the wings, he wouldn't be able to fly. With the destruction of the tail, he would lose the tail attack. With the destruction of the head, he would lose his bite attack. And then with the destruction of the sternum, he would lose his breath weapons. It's kind of how I want to do it. I also like the idea of his AC being kind of high. So we're going to set his AC at a 28. And then each time one of these is destroyed, it gets less. So what we're going to do under features, new feature. Okay, we're going to put multi-part boss. Each part of the boss that can be destroyed has identical stats, but 60 hit points. 60 is enough that somebody would have to hit it at least 2, maybe 3 times to break it. Each part that is destroyed reduces overall AC by 2. And then head would be no more bite. Reduces DC of spells. Tail would be no more tail. attacks. And reduces Paragon economy by 1. Alright. Sternum equals no more breath weapon. And then the wings, no more flying. Alright. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. So that's cool for a multi-part boss. You don't have to destroy those parts, but if you do, it might make the whole fight easier, unless they want to like tank and spank the whole time, which is certainly their prerogative and their right. Alright, so we never came up with a name for the dragon, so let's go to random name generator dragons. I like the one from... Oh my god, hold on. So my Bing updated, and I haven't adjusted my settings yet, and it's driving me a little insane, because like... Or sorry, my Edge browser updated and it switched me back to Bing, and I haven't gone and changed it. And like Edge browser is great for running Foundry, and it's actually a pretty good browser, but Bing is not good. Is it any better than Google? I think a little bit. I think they're both kind of shitty nowadays, but all right. So random dragon name generator. All right. Why is... Oh my god. Okay. So I really like this generator for dragon names. I think it's really good. And I like that it gives all of them a title. That's one of my favorite things. So let's see if we could find a good name for this guy. Also one that the DM might be able to pronounce. I kind of like that. Ethos. Let's see. Ethos, the obdurate mind. I like the word obdurate. The definition of obdurate. Oh my fucking god. Hold on a sec. It really wants me to log in with my Microsoft account. Because how else could I possibly search things on Bing if I didn't use my account? Let's see. Alright. Hold on. Alright, definition of obdurate is stubbornly refuses to change an opinion or course of action. I agree at this point with him, but he was obdurate. I guess you wouldn't really want to call yourself obdurate then. Maybe just unyielding. Let's just take on a dragon. Let's distract. Ooh. I like that. Skipping the fight. Okay, so that's a great idea. The Lion of Kamara, are you winning, son? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess so, Dad. I mean, you can't really win Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm trying to do a good job to make you proud of me. Alright, so we've got this super dope dragon, but now that it's mentioned, maybe they don't have to fight this dragon at all. See? I said at the beginning of the stream that if we spend the time to make the boss cool, then we don't actually have to fight the boss. So that'll speed things along quite a bit. Alright, so we'll have them fight the boss for a little bit, and then Ragear and crew will show up. Alright. So, let's see. Fight boss for 1 round, comma, then have earthquake. Then allies show up to take over the fight. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. So Ragear and some ooh. Alright. Let's see. Ragear and some undead from Ghost Lord. Okay, and then Regirix opens the flesh doors. Alright. So let's see, we'll go here and do that. And then, alright, so then we go into the Fane Hall. 12 minutes till game. Alright. Alright, so we got this really cool map, and I don't really want to, like, mess with this map. I like the idea that each of these blood wells needs to be destroyed. That seems pretty cool. So basically, as long as these blood wells are in play, this blood elemental can't be destroyed. And I'm thinking that she will go into the pool of blood, turn into this elemental. She'll have both action economies, and then they have to destroy the wells to destroy her. And then, of course, we have to lock the way through with some kind of swoopy spoopy thing. So, let's go here. And we'll go here. Alright. And we need like a portal of some sort. So, let's see. Allow me to go back a bit. There we go. Oh, fuck you guys. Alright. Let's go in here. Module. I'll click 5 times. If that's what you really want, Foundry. I'll click 5 times. Alright. 3, and then 4, and then 5. So it's actually going to be clicking 6 times. I mean, my life is pretty much over at that point. I don't know how much longer to live. We'll go with this. Yes. Alright. Yes. And we will make it weird shape. There we go. And that's blocking the way through. Okay. I dig it. Darkest Maps does such good work. Holy shit. Alright, so we should move her closer to the edge. She'll jump in. You gotta destroy these blood wells. Alright, so technically we need stat blocks for these blood wells. So, let's go ahead and add some. Non-player character, blood wells. Alright. So, the blood wells will each have 150 health. Okay. No. 150 health is a lot of health. Let's see. We'll do 100 health. It's still a lot of health. Considering we're going to make them immune. Oop, I know. 9 minutes, 9 minutes. Hey Crash, I don't know if this will be helpful for you, but a person on the GG server revived the GG monster sheet, so now it works with 10 and ready set roll. That sounds pretty cool. I might look into it. I'm honestly at a point where I feel like I've gotten what I want from GG stuff, and I'm really just trying to make it through my remaining 5e campaigns. I don't know if I'll return to 5e for Planescape, or if I'm just going to run Pathfinder for a while, or if I'm going to try something else after Pathfinder. Yeah. So the wells themselves being made of stone, yeah, it makes sense for them to weak to thunder. However, they're kind of built into the floor here, and I was gonna make them adamantine. So what you need to destroy is the blood itself. So for damage immunity, I'm going to say that they are immune to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage, and psychic damage. All right. However, they're going to be vulnerable to cold, and they're going to be vulnerable to poison, and they're going to be vulnerable to necrotic. So those damage types it'll be vulnerable to. All right. So for this, we'll go to my assets. We'll go down to token status markers, and we'll put these hearts. That's fine. And then their armor class, since you're just attacking the blood, it should be relatively easy. So I'm not going to change anything else there. And then under the prototype token, though, I will make them, let's see, huge creatures. And then for their appearance, I'm going to go in and do the invisible bear. So, like, where did I leave my invisible bear? Ah, there he is. Okay. Update. Alright. So I'm going to drag that out. There we go. And cool. Dig it. Alright. 6 minutes till game. Alright, we have more than enough content for tonight. We added some unusual things to our boss fights, and we addressed NPCs that have gone missing. Bad guys turned good guys turned anti-heroes. We have a relative script. I prefer to call it like barrel by barrel, right? You're crossing the desert and you're looking onto the horizon, and there's like a barrel that marks like where you're supposed to go next in the barrel, and then you travel to that, and then you look around for the next barrel and you travel to that. You don't know what happens in between barrels, right? But you do look for the next barrel to go to, and that's what we've done. We created these barrels, these signposts, these guideposts that will take us where we need to go. So we're going to throw in a long rest scene or two before the battle begins. We're going to have the initial assault. We're going to have a Bithriax, and then the Karn fight. We're going to try to get all of these things to be included. And then in between each wave, or at the beginning of each wave, excuse me, we're going to roll 3 events using this table, and that will spice things up a little bit. And then we want to make it feel like the choices that the party made were meaningful, and that the people that they recruited, it matters. So any opportunity to make that sound cool, we're going to do that. All right. And then we probably won't finish the victory today. It will probably be next week. If it's not next week, we're going to be real hard on time, let me tell you. The aqueducts. Okay, so we need to make sure that the fucking dwarves arrive. Alright. Fucking dwarves arrive. Okay. Nice. So the dwarves are going to arrive. And then anything else that I need? Yeah. New Jack River, Owls, good. Fane Hall, Encounter, Fane Runes. Don't really have custom thumbnails anymore, so I'll just check that off. I think we have all those things downstairs. And then we got to do Wall of Flesh boss. Okay. We do have the Foundry VTT map, though. That's good. And I think I did make Vampiric, but we'll check on that next week. And then we've got the multi-phase boss fight of Azar Cool into the Sanguine King's half-formed body. And that's the fucking campaign. And that's it. All right. So, assuming I don't get over eager and do a lot of prep during the week, we will continue next week with the Fane, the Illithid Ruins, and the final boss fight. And then I guess the next 2 weeks will just be maintaining and preparing epilogues and the end of the game. All right, we'll see what happens. To 3 to 8 today, we're going to be playing some of the Solasta expansion, so you're welcome to join us to farm Faxpiration or Fanspiration, or just, hang out. That's cool too. Tomorrow morning, we've got Curse of Strahd Daybreak, and tomorrow night, we've got Mythic Odyssey. Monday, we're going to have a book club meeting, I think. Aw, thank you, Shovels Models. We're going to have a book club meeting, and then it's a pretty good book. I'm not running the meeting, so, I'm just attending, but I'll probably stream it. Tuesday, Abomination Vaults and Cyberpunk Red. Wednesday, we're going to keep playing modded Dragon's Dogma, which is basically just Sonic Adventure mixed with Dragon Age, mixed with Skyrim. And then we're going to play Curse of Strahd Nightfall on Thursday. Don't know what's going on next Friday. Maybe we'll do a pet peeves vodcast. We'll talk about pet peeves that people have talked about on the server and what our stance is on them. It's only an hour-long podcast, so we can't give any particular thing too much attention unless we give the whole thing attention. And then maybe we'll talk about metagaming. That seems to be a hot topic right now. And then we'll be back here, and hope everybody has a good week, and I'll see you next time.